just on Kairos time, inspired to turn on the camera because things were coming to my mind. And now they're gone. They're hiding. I wonder how this is going to work, because you know how the quantum reality is. Actually, our reality in general. Even if you think quantum is woo-woo, or you don't know what that means, or you think you know what it means. The observer, the witness, changes things. So me witnessing myself also changes things. And that's part of my selfie project, all by my selfies, because I fell into a state that I later learned was called learned helplessness. It's just basically let's see, how would we describe that? I felt like I had to remote control my body from like Pluto. And some of you might be like, that's impossible. In your world, yes. Yes, it is. Because we see the world not as it is, but as we are. And for you, it's impossible to imagine that, so you won't. Anyway, where were we? I might insult some people along the way, unwittingly, because I'm pretty raw. And that's why I like to be stylish and elegant to balance out my rawness. Because I feel like it's a waste of energy to live double lives. And of course I say that having huge double lives myself. So I can't have a double life in the double life. Or can I? So this is the Ministry of Care. You are going to find here in this Ministry of Care some very, very counterintuitive ways of navigating life and care. This is all a very magical game, actually. If you choose. It's like a cosmic treasure hunt, and hide and seek. Like, hide God in places and people and see who can find it. It, him, them, their, she, her. And I will make fun of everybody given the chance, including myself, and I give myself lots of chances. So what is this Ministry of Care about, really? Well, it's about people. And humanoids are invited too. It's for people who have no congregation, who have no community, or no sovereign community, because this Ministry of Care is about sovereign care. I believe we are all sovereign, and we choose what kind of sovereign we want to be. And it is perfectly acceptable in Mikopolis to be a sovereign who gives their sovereignty away consciously. Submission. Some people dig it. So, if you think about it, a congregation, a community, it's people getting together. And this Miko Care is about people getting together who may not have gotten together otherwise. The world is pretty cray-cray right now, and I don't really tune into much to anything that is not Mikopolis. I keep tabs. We're at a time where we're afraid that the machines are going to be smarter than us. And where people are really lonely. And being raised on the Bible, don't worry, there's no dogma here, only Katma. This whole situation with the way human beings are being is like the Bible's words about the love of many or men waxing cold. But I think I'm going to add something to that. It's care. It's care. And this is such an interesting story back to the treasure hunt and hide and seek. Because we have hidden the art of care, and we must find it. We must find it. The clues are everywhere, but more easily found in Miko Care, where we will make the unseen seen. It's a pretty tall order. I might be kidding there. So Miko Care. You can bring your religion, bring whatever it is that lights your soul up. This is about celebrating the formerly lost art of care. In word and in deed, it's going to involve really simple things that you already do, because I know how tired you can be and how care has not historically been, healthcare has not historically been really fun. And this is about health. But let me say now, the definition for care, according to the Hermetica, Jesus, the Hermetica, like, hey, you know what? I opened way up and was like, bring me all the healing goodies. And I was like, I'm not going to have any boundaries that aren't triggers for a little while. That's cray cray, isn't it? So much cray cray going to be here. And that's why this is the place for the misfits, the rebels, the outside the box thinkers, the whatever you want to call yourself, the chaos witches. You are welcome to Mikopolis and to use Miko Care. And you will have access to a vault of information on multidimensional care, located in the Apothecarium. See how I did that? And you can register at Apothecarium. Yes, you can. And you will have the opportunity also to share your own remedies and your own care magic, because no one does it just like you. I'm being totally serious. This is not supposed to be samesies. There are ministries of care that are much more proper than I am and will continue to be. I tried to fit into the matrix. I can. I just also got to be in the lattice of Mikopolis at all times. It's where I'm from. And it's where we experiment with multidimensional care in a game environment, kind of like we do on Earth, except that most people forgot. Most people forgot that this is a cosmic game and you are on TV all the time. So this is flowing, and later, if I have any egos left, she might be like, what the heck was that? Do not post that. And you know what? Yeah. The before time is bye-bye. It's a new era for care. It's a new era for care. It's sovereign care. You are sovereign if you are here. And if you're wondering why this is and who does that, like, why don't I have... Because this has got information here, and I'm all about the art of raw. Like, I want to see what you're really like. We can dress up too and have fun and, you know, parade around just kind of like we do being gods in human form, wearing pendulum necklaces. There's a whole lot of fun to be had here. And it's what makes life a lot more interesting when we care deeply. And I know there's a lot of stuff about not caring and not giving a fuck and, not giving a duck. I'm working on that. I'm working on changing my language. It's going to be duck and freckle instead of the duck with an F. Duck and freckle. And then for the it with a sh before it, it's going to be sugar now, as in bull sugar, because that's how I care right now. And so the definition of care, according to the Hermetica, back to that, So proud of myself for how I picked that one back up before 5 years passed. The definition of care, it's the lost eighth principle of natural law. We'll go into the other ones. And what would be really awesome too is to have conversations with some people who know a lot about these things and other people who have lived a lot of these things. I think we will learn so much from that, and I would love to facilitate that on Miko Care as well. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Life's what's happening when we're planning. Remind me to tell you about the plan that I made in an afternoon for the next decade of my life. Well, that was where I finalized it. I'd started the plan earlier. But sometimes you just gotta lock it in when you're dealing with multidimensional stuff. As a bioplasmic quantum being, you are welcome too. I'm telling you, it's gonna be cray-cray here. And the thing is, the beautiful thing about this is, it's all happening according to plan, even though life also happened at the same time. Because when you plan along with life, then we don't have these types of things going on. Kind of like more like this. Except that, I don't know, sometimes you like to go boom, boom. There was a time in my life when Angry Birds was very cathartic. Or the Ninja Fruit Slicer. Always the observer watching, though, keeping an eye on the attitude, because your attitude determines your altitude. So these videos are for you to get to know who Miko is, so you know what Miko Care is about. You can decide if you even want to be a part of that, of this. Because what's going to happen is you're going to feel deeply, and you're going to get tools to cope with those things. And not really cope. I don't like that word. It does rhyme with Pope, though. So we have tools, we have concepts, we have methods. And really, we promote you doing your own thing. Because no one does you like you. And you bring your genius to this fine planet. And when you bring your full genius to this fine planet, it will become even finer. I'm the enthusiasm I want. Oh no, I desire. I'm the enthusiasm I desire. The water hears me. So it's been charging on this coaster. I'm enthusiasm I desire. There is a super cool, is it a class even? I'm not sure if that's the right description for it. It's called Rock to Diamond, and it is made by the same amazing, I'm going to say artist, and more. Dun, 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 dun. Rock to Diamond is a great class on the law of creation, the laws of creation. Yeah, that's what I remember it as. I've taken it twice now, and I will put a link to that below. And through that link, you can also find the water kit, the water alchemy kit, and so many other cool things. So this is the first impromptu Miko Care video introducing the Ministry of Miko Care. It's the Ministry of Care, but maybe we can call it the Ministry of Miko Care. We can play around. In fact, I insist that we do, and that we hang the Turk who invented work, and we turn the great work into a great play. The great work, the magnum opus, is now a great play in Mikopolis, and you are welcome to join the party. It's a care party. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have care parties in Las Vegas and beyond. What do you think? This is part of care. People love to dance. People love to get together, tell stories, all kinds of things, eat food, and all know how to deal with the hard times in savage ways. So that's what Miko Care is going to be about. It's the supplemental care. It's the bridge to the other cares, because we don't need to have either or. We can have it all. We can have it all. That's what people have been saying for a long time now. We can have it all. And you know what? I just realized something. I can edit the video and I could put something right here. I don't know how much that would be the art of raw, though. So one of the projects that we're doing in the Miko Care community is in Mikopolis, I shall say, is we are helping to usher in the post-labor economy, because once again, hang the Turk who invented work. You know, work needs an overhaul. This whole idea of take the emotions out of it has made us a very sick species. So we need to stop that immediately. I'm clapping for that being over with, because come on, you know, like I get it. I get that we have things to do because we have created this like whirlpool of insanity. And I'm not saying that things need to be ridiculous, even though I am superbly ridiculous. I'm saying we're all about the data, but we don't pay attention to the emotions and the subconscious. And that's like loads of data that could inform so much. It could inform research. It could, and we could do it in a very efficient way if we are working with the woo way. Like the data is everywhere, actually. And we're extracting and mining, we're doing all these different things, and everything's outside of us because we are not enough, and we are empty. I'm a deep person. The well is deep. And the mind is active. So I decided to put this deep well and active mind to good use in Mikopolis, while my human form is trying to was just trying to put one foot in front of the other, sometimes in rapid succession, because we were manic with all that medication stuff. Okay. This is going to be really unusual because I'm going to be integrating and doing the work myself live with you online. And sometimes I will retreat, as I'm sure you know you like to as well. Sometimes you just got to be in the cocoon or the chrysalis, but I don't know, maybe that was the old timeline. This is such a trippy little world here. If you're in a linear mindset, you just be like, that's not possible. What is she saying? And I'm surprised that you're still even here, if that's how you're thinking. All right, so let's see if I can get to half an hour, because I've been doing some short videos, 15 seconds, and it's time to lengthen them and do some different production. I'm not sure, but the thing about the raw is that you get all that data, the raw data. And so I'm filming myself raw, talking about this. I'm just flowing on Kairos time. And the messages I keep getting in meditation and readers, other reflections, because my personality style is I like to have backups from a lot of sources. The ultimate source being myself, of course. You know, we all are our own sovereign, even if don't feel like it. Where were we? So we'll be introducing a lot of fun stuff here, and it's going to be popping up in all kinds of places, but right now we're going to start here because, as the great Miyamoto Musashi, Google him, said, from one thing come 10,000 things. My accents are terrible, except for my American accent. It's because I was a daddy's girl, and I wanted to have an accent like my daddy. Welcome to Miko Care. Random. It's actually not random. It's recursive fractal weaving. And this is what happens when, well, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Eventually it'll come out. We are doing some major, great fun play here in Miko Care. And we're doing it in Vegas. And it's going to be raw. It's going to be real. It's going to be ridiculous. And it's also going to be easy, because when you are doing hard things, you got to make everything easy. Otherwise, you burn out. And then when you burn out, it's very difficult to come back from that. So says the last timeline. I mean, who knows? Maybe in this new one, we just burn out and then reboot and we're all good. But I think density does a little bit of a different dance. And so I want to give you all the tools to make it as easy as possible to be your best sovereign self, no matter what. And you may have tons of tools already, and you may not like any of mine, and that's totally cool. But if you like the jam here, bring your stuff. This is about sharing care and creating a hallowed space to do that. And I would love for this to travel the globe, and people who feel lonely or disconnected can use some of what I'm going to be sharing here to create their own sovereign community. This is for everyone. I believe that everyone deserves to be seen, even if it's that they don't want to be seen. So I said did I ever say what the definition of care was? What a terrible teacher I am. The lost art of care. So care is the principle that governs all other principles of natural law. It's the heart of creation. It's the regenerative principle. So it's Genesis, regenesis. This is care. Whatever we put our focus and our energy on grows. And how we do that plays a big role. So even the words we speak, and whether we're conscious of why we're speaking them and where we got those words and who said, you know, that all plays into it. So mindfulness is really big, but once you develop that concept of mindfulness and, you know, my life is a prayer, my life is a meditation, and you default that way, I just gave you like a huge beautiful thing right there. Like it might take you like a long time to even like the light bulbs to go on in that. I'm waiting. So life as a prayer, when you really start to sink into the heart space, then the world starts to look very different. But we have this capacity, to change our experience internally and see it improve externally as well. The more we just we don't have to make sense out of everything, like, and definitely you don't do it like I do it, like do it like you do it. But share, because your amazing, unique way could be very interesting to learn about. Somebody else might dig it. And I am going to wrap this one up. It's 3:22 a.m. I've been up at like all hours. Spirit wakes me, and this care ministry, this is a calling. Like this is something that is on my heart, in my bones, in my blood to do. And I know what it's like to need care. I know what it's like to not care. And I know what it's like to be careless, to be careful. Like, I'm a big fan of the human experience, actually. I understand it can be very, very painful at times. And, you know, pain and I are old lovers. Like, I move with pain. And I believe that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And that suffering often comes when we are not respectful of pain. And often that comes from us being in a community that is not respectful of pain and not respectful of the data that is bringing. But in order to process that data, we have to feel, and we have to look in the mirror. And that's not an easy thing to do for some reason. Like really, really take a good look, you know? So look at the monster within too. Like, how bad of a human being could I be? And this is not like it's doing it from a place of stewardship, curiosity, and guardianship too. Like, how low do I go? And that brings humility and also confidence to be able to witness that in oneself. And also it's hard. It can be hard. So Miko Care is about really getting to the source of things. And then from there, we also enjoy fun, sweet smelling stuff. It's very much, it's all connected. Sweet smelling things, healing smelling things. So I'm talking essential oils, food, different herbs, kitchen fun, and what else do we have? Lots of body movement. I was calling it body work, but now we might, what can we call it? There's so much to play with. So another thing that is part of the Miko Care Ministry of Care is called the Living Novel. And right now, unless it changes, the umbrella novel, we'll call it, is The Holy Heist. And this is indeed a holy heist. This is all coming together with the great artisan intelligence. So if you want to follow this Ministry of Care and the development of this living novel and all kinds of other random things, then hit like, subscribe, and share. You know, the more of your friends that are watching, the better, because then you can be like, remember that time Miko said that really crazy thing? What a ducked up thing to say. There will be dancing. There will be lights. There will be darkness. There will be so many different things. But most of all, there will be care. And it will be with infinite love and gratitude. And with that, I bid you adieu to you and you and you. That's for all my Sound of Music fans. Thanks for watching. Stay great.